Am I the asshole for not wanting to host Christmas after the family stole all the Thanksgiving leftovers? My husband and I hosted the family for Thanksgiving. We made 2 turkeys, a ham, 20 pounds of mashed potatoes, 2 pans of dressing, sweet potato casserole, the full Thanksgiving menu. My in-laws bring a ton of desserts, trays of cookies, pies, rolls, etc., which helps so much. We had a lovely evening. Good food, good drink, good company. Later in the evening, when people were packing up to go, my husband had brought some plastic leftover containers for this moment and said, "Help yourselves to some leftovers." We then went back into the front room to continue socializing. I was pretty tired and put my feet up until it came time to walk everyone out. I looked into the kitchen and saw that the food on the island and the table was put away and went to bed. The next morning, I woke up starving, dreaming of turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. I opened the fridge and stood there in shock. It was empty, except for a bag of turkey wings and half a bag of dressing. I thought there had to be some mistake and went to check the fridge in the garage. Nothing there either. I sat in shock, trying to comprehend what had happened to all that food. When my husband walked into the kitchen, I asked him if there had been some miscommunication. Did he offer the leftover food to our relative's charity organization? He said that he had not, but he had observed another relative and his entire family carrying out the food that they had brought, unopened dessert that the in-laws had brought, in addition to gallon Ziploc bags of the food that we had made. Did I mention I made 20 pounds of mashed potatoes? It was a pleasure to make a meal for us to share together, and I welcomed a reasonable amount of leftovers, but to literally rob your host and take everything is out of bounds in my book. Now I don't want to host Christmas because of this greedy behavior. Am I the asshole?
No, you don't have to host Christmas. You don't have to do that. No, it's a privilege. Me hosting Christmas is a privilege.
Yes, I agree. You don't have any obligation to host Christmas. And yeah, I would be pretty freaking upset. I'm dreaming of turkey. Thanksgiving leftovers is literally the best. The best food you can have.
Love it.
So yeah, I would be really disappointed too if I woke up thinking that I had a full Thanksgiving meal in my fridge and there was nothing. I'd be really sad. But to play devil's advocate, and I know a lot of you don't like that, I also feel like it could have been a miscommunication and not intentional. Like everybody took some, and nobody really knew like they were leaving the host with none. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that too. And some people too, like depending on like their families and stuff, like some hosts don't want the leftovers.
Some people literally want you to clear it out.
Please, everybody, clear this out. We don't want any leftovers.
Like we've done when we hosted Friendsgiving. I was begging my friends to actually take everything because we had our factor meals that week, and I was like, it's gonna go bad. Like
ThreadTalk 50 to save on your factor meals when you order for the first month, and 20% first order and 20% after for the rest.
Anyways,
use our code to save.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's not an ad, but kind of an ad. Like I was actually begging people. So like, yes, I don't know. Like I feel like it could have been a miscommunication. I'm not going to say it wasn't intentional, but I'm not going to say that it was.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
We don't know.
Hard to know what was going through their heads.
Has this happened before? Like, are they usually greedy with food?
Right? Is this the first time? What if one of them was like, "Hey, I'm actually literally there's so much here. I'm gonna take a lot and I'm gonna go drop it off somewhere on the way home."
I feel like that you should be asking though. I feel like if you're like, I'm gonna go take it like to the shelter or something, like. Can I do that? Like I would ask the host.
I feel like I would want to like before I just said I'm not hosting Christmas. Like I feel like I would want to try to find out like, hey, who ended up taking it all?
How do you do that?
Group chat.
Hey Nancy, how much mashed potatoes did you take last night?
Group chat.
Send me a picture right now.
Group chat. Which one of you motherfuckers took all my mashed potatoes? I wanted mashed potatoes for breakfast.
Like there's no way to do that, babe, without looking like a freak.
Yeah. No easy way.
Okay, I'm going to read the top comment before the edit. Do not host Christmas. Just say, sorry, we spent so much on Thanksgiving, and when everyone took all the leftovers, leaving us nothing, I had to go out and buy food for us, which used up my food budget for the month. Merry Christmas.
Very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Say you don't want to host. Nothing wrong with taking a break. You don't have to host Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, but it's not because she's tired. It's because the family took all her food. Okay, edit. I've come back to say that I have had a day to think about it and a lot of really good advice from you all. I agree that I should have stayed on the job a little longer and put food away for my family's meal the next day, and then either apportioned the leftovers out or let them have it afterwards. I clocked out early and that's my own fault.
That's kind of fair.
That is fair. I didn't think of that.
Like you bring the leftovers back to the kitchen and whatnot, package up what you want to keep,
And
put
then
it in
say
the
the rest is
fridge,
free.
let everything the rest is free for all.
Yeah.
Hold back a little bit. Hold your hold back.
Yeah. Some said the intent was probably not malicious, that they may have taken my and my husband's disinterest in boxing the food up as a signal that we were done with it entirely. Others said it was a compliment to our cooking, that it was so tasty that it became irresistible.
That's a good way of looking at it.
A lot of you have been through something similar or worse. Food removed from funerals and weddings, and you just made adjustments on how you handle things. I think that's what I will do too. Follow through and put up the part I want to keep before enjoying the festivities, and that way everyone has a good time and we all get a second plate the next day. I may also host Christmas, but it will be more of a potluck situation. Thank you all for the advice, even the ones that said you're the asshole. I like to think that I earned something.
I like to believe that Thanksgivings and Christmases should always be a potluck situation.
I agree.
I
Shouldn't be on
always
one person.
bring something.
Yeah.
I bring my rice. I always bring a nice rice
I always
recipe.
we bring like 4 things.
You always bring stuff. Like I would feel bad showing up empty-handed. I don't think it's all on the host to make all the food.
Yeah.
Like they're already doing enough. But like they'll usually make the main thing, like the turkey, the thing that has to go in the oven, or the ham. But all the sides should be brought by everybody. It should be a potluck situation. And another way of looking at this is like if somebody in your family like did take a lot of food, it kind of says that like, hey, maybe they're in a situation where they're like thinking like, hey, this could save us money for the next week. Like, let's not pass this opportunity to like save on a little bit of money. Like maybe they're in a little bit of a tighter money situation than you are. So at that same point where like I would feel tough, I'd be like, oh, they took all the food, but like, hey, like maybe they're in the situation where they need it. We don't know what their finances are like. So maybe they need it more than we do.
Yeah, possibly. I hope she hosts. I hope she doesn't let this like she said, a lot of people thought that it wasn't malicious, and I would agree with that.
She sounds like she's a good cook.
Yeah, I want her to try her stuffing.
Yeah.
Why did that sound dirty?
You want to get stuffed?
No. Please, what the heck was that?
I don't know.
Freaking weirdo.
Okay, back to me.
Okay.